Welcome to AI and Authenticity, the podcast for real strategies, authentic growth, and AI that works for you. Let's dive in. Welcome back to AI and Authenticity. We're so excited you're here with us for another episode. Whether you're walking the dog, driving to work, or just taking a break from your busy business day, thank you for tuning in.
Today we're shaking things up a bit. There's so much noise, hype, and sometimes flat-out confusion about AI and building an online business. Everywhere you look, there's another secret hack or must-do strategy. And let's be real, it's enough to make your head spin.
That's why in this episode, we're busting the biggest myths we've heard about AI and online business. Everything from AI is only for techies to success happens overnight. If you've ever felt stuck, second-guessed yourself, or wondered, is this even true? This episode is for you.
We're sharing our own stories, what we've seen work and flop with our clients and community, and most importantly, how to focus on what actually matters, so you can grow with more ease, confidence, and authenticity.
So grab your tea or coffee, take a deep breath, and get ready to ditch the noise. Let's jump in and bust some myths. All right, myth number 1, AI is only for techies or big companies. If you've ever thought, that stuff isn't for me, you're not alone. When I first heard about AI, I pictured complicated code, huge budgets, or people in Silicon Valley, not solo entrepreneurs, coaches, or creatives like us.
Same here. It felt totally out of reach at first. But what I found is that so many of the AI tools we use every day don't require any tech skills. For example, if you've ever used the magic write feature in Canva to help brainstorm captions, or Grammarly to check your emails, that's AI working quietly in the background for you.
Yes, even Instagram's auto captions and Google Docs smart suggestions. That is AI too. You probably already use more AI than you realize, and you didn't need a tutorial or a computer science degree to get started.
And here's a fun example. One of my clients is a virtual assistant who swore she wasn't techy. She started using Descript to transcribe meeting notes for clients and realized she could also use it to turn voice notes into ready-to-go blog posts. Now she saves 2 hours every week just with that one tool.
I have a friend who runs a nonprofit and used to spend hours writing donor thank you letters. She started using ChatGPT to help draft her messages. She just gives it the key details, and the tool helps her find the right words in seconds. She told me it's like having a writing coach on demand.
A fellow coach I know uses Otter.ai to record client calls and instantly get searchable transcripts. She told me it makes onboarding and following up so much faster. No more frantically scribbling notes or forgetting details.
And you know what? None of these people thought of themselves as AI people. They just wanted to work smarter and get some time back. That's what modern AI is about. It's your silent partner, helping you in the background so you can focus on what matters most.
So if you're listening and thinking, that's for other people, not me, just remember, if you use voice to text on your phone, if you get auto-suggestions in your inbox, if you use an app that summarizes articles or helps you schedule meetings, you're already using AI.
Your challenge for this week: try one new thing with AI. Maybe ask ChatGPT for content ideas. Let Canva's Magic Write help with your next social caption. Or try Otter.ai for your next meeting. And tell us in the group what felt easy, what surprised you, and what you try next.
If you get stuck, post your question in our Facebook group. We'll help you troubleshoot, share tips, and cheer you on. Myth number 2 is a biggie. If I use AI, I'll lose my authentic voice. I've heard this fear from so many entrepreneurs, and honestly, I've felt it too. It's that worry that you'll sound robotic, or like every other account out there, if you let AI help you create content.
Totally. I remember the first time I used an AI tool to help draft a blog post. I looked at the first draft and thought, wait, This doesn't sound like me at all. It was a little too formal, a little too generic, and honestly, it made me want to ditch the whole thing.
I've had the same experience, but then I realized, just like a human assistant or a junior team member, you have to guide AI. Think of it as your brainstorming buddy or starting point, not the finished product.
Here's what we do now. First, I always give AI some details: my tone, the audience, and the why behind the message. For example, I might say, write this like a supportive mentor, not a sales robot. Second, I use what it gives me as a draft. Then I go in, add my own stories, change words, and include personal touches or even inside jokes. Third, I read it out loud. If it doesn't sound like how I talk, I tweak it.
And sometimes I'll actually feed the AI a sample of my real writing. For example, I'll paste in a paragraph from an old blog post or caption and say, use this as a style guide. It's amazing how much more me the result is when I do that.
Another favorite trick: after getting a draft, I'll ask the AI to make it more casual, or more playful, or more direct, whatever fits my brand best. Don't be afraid to talk to the tool like a partner. You can even say, make this sound like a voice note I'd send a friend.
Want to try this for yourself? Here's a quick exercise. Grab a short post or email you love that sounds just like you. Give it to your AI tool and ask, rewrite this content idea in the same tone as my sample. Now compare. Does the new version feel like you? What would you change?
And remember, authenticity isn't just about your words. It's about your stories, your values, and your opinions. Even if AI gives you the bones, it's up to you to flesh it out with experiences and emotions only you can share.
Here's a listener example. A group member shared that she uses AI to write the first draft of her weekly newsletter. Then she goes in and adds a personal life update at the top and a handwritten style PS at the end. Her open rates doubled once she started blending the efficiency of AI with her own heart.
So the magic is in the mix. AI can help you show up consistently, but your unique voice and perspective are what truly connects.
If you're ever stuck, post a before and after in our group. We'll help you refine it, and you might inspire someone else who's worried about losing their voice.
Okay, let's bust a myth that stresses out so many entrepreneurs. You have to be everywhere online to succeed. Raise your hand if you've ever felt fear of missing out, seeing coaches posting daily on Instagram, going live in 3 Facebook groups, and dropping LinkedIn articles all at once.
Oh, my hand's up. I used to believe that being on every platform was the only way to get noticed. I was posting to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, even dabbling in TikTok, trying to keep up with all the visibility hacks. All it did was leave me exhausted and honestly, not much further ahead.
Same here. I spent months feeling guilty if I didn't show up everywhere, thinking that I was falling behind or missing out on leads. But here's the truth: depth beats breadth every time. You don't need to be everywhere. You need to be consistent and real where it counts.
Let's get practical. Think about your favorite clients or connections. Where did they actually find you? For me, it's mostly Instagram and word-of-mouth referrals. When I doubled down on just those two places and showed up with more intention, my engagement and leads both improved, without more work.
I love that. For me, 90% of my leads come from Facebook groups and my email list. That's where I invest most of my energy now, and I let go of the pressure to do all the things everywhere.
So here's a little mini audit exercise for everyone listening. Grab a pen and jot down your last 5 leads or clients. Where did each one come from? Where do you actually get the most engagement or replies?
And if you realize you're getting most of your traction in 1 or 2 places, it's not just okay, it's smart to lean into those platforms. You'll save time, prevent burnout, and build deeper relationships.
Another tip, Give yourself permission to say no to platforms that don't light you up. It's better to be known for your impact in one community than to be forgettable across a dozen.
If you're feeling stretched thin, this is your sign to simplify. Pick your core platform, set a schedule that works for you, and show up fully there. Watch how your impact and results grow.
Want more guidance? Drop your mini audit in our Facebook group. Share where you're seeing results, and we'll help you brainstorm ways to go deeper, not just wider.
Let's talk about one of the most persistent and damaging myths we see online. Success happens overnight, especially if you're using AI or the right algorithm. It's everywhere, right? You see the Instagram reel. I launched my program and made $20,000 in 48 hours. Or the podcast guest who says, I just used ChatGPT for my copy and it blew up overnight. If you're not seeing those results, it's easy to feel left out.
Absolutely. But what's almost never shown is what happened behind the scenes. We don't see the late nights, the failed offers, the audience building that took months or years. Even with AI in the mix, there's still a human foundation of trust, trial and error, and growth.
Totally. AI is a force multiplier, not a magic pill. It can help you create faster, generate more ideas, or organize your systems. But it can't replace your lived experience, your voice, or the relationships you're building with your audience and clients. It's easy to forget that every overnight success story has a long, winding backstory. For me, there were months where it felt like I was talking to no one. Then, suddenly, I had people direct messaging me saying, I've been following you for ages and I'm finally ready to work together.
I relate to that so much. When my first group program sold out, a friend said, "Wow, you're so lucky, it just took off." But what she didn't see were the months of engaging in groups, the content I put out that flopped, or the webinars I ran to just a few people. All that practice is what made the big moment possible. AI helped me streamline, but it was still my showing up that made the difference.
So let's set the record straight. If it feels like it's taking you forever to get results, you're not doing anything wrong. You're actually building a business on solid ground. Every podcast episode, every direct message, every follow-up. Those are the pieces that make up true, lasting success.
Exactly. And even those who do have a viral moment or quick win, most of them have put in years of groundwork. Don't measure your chapter 2 against someone else's chapter 20.
Let's do a quick mindset shift. Instead of chasing the big break, focus on tiny daily moves. Set a goal to connect with one new person, nurture an old contact, or show up with value today. Those are the moments that compound into the kind of results worth celebrating.
We want to challenge you. What's one small win you've had lately? Maybe you booked a coffee chat, got great feedback on a post, or even just felt more confident putting yourself out there. Share it with us in our Facebook group. We want to celebrate every step of your journey.
You never know who's watching, learning from you, and waiting for the right moment to reach out. Keep planting seeds, and your harvest will come in a way that's truly yours, not just a viral headline. All right, let's shift from busting myths to sharing what actually works. Because if you're tired of the hype and ready for honest, lasting growth, these are the principles that keep working for us, our clients, and the people we admire most.
Truth bomb number 1. Consistent imperfect action beats overthinking every time. We can't tell you how many times a messy, done is better than perfect post outperformed the one we obsessed over for hours. When you show up, even if it's not perfect, you stay top of mind and become someone your audience can count on.
Number 2, focus on relationships, not just reach. The people who engage with your posts, respond to your emails, or chat in your DMs, those are real humans. I built my business on genuine conversations, not chasing likes or follower counts. Take the time to check in, ask questions, and offer support, even if there's no sale on the horizon.
3. Use AI as a partner, not a crutch. AI is incredible for brainstorming, speeding up content, and automating admin. But the best results come when you blend it with your experience, voice, and care. I always use AI for a first draft, but the final edit is mine.
4. Get clear on your values and message. The online world is noisy. What sets you apart is the clarity and consistency of your message. For me, being open about my freedom first philosophy attracts the people who want that too. If you don't know your core values or vision, spend time on that. It'll guide every decision.
5. Track real conversations and results, not just clicks or likes. We get so hung up on numbers, but the true gold is in the DMs, voice notes, coffee chats, and thank you emails from people you've actually helped. Celebrate those moments. They're proof your work matters.
And here's a bonus. Be willing to pivot and experiment. What works today might shift tomorrow, especially with tech and algorithms changing. Give yourself permission to try new things, drop what doesn't fit, and keep your strategy flexible.
Let's rapid fire. Abigail, what's one truth that changed your business? Abigail shares a quick story about choosing progress over perfection and the surprising result. Sammy, what about you? Sammy shares how letting go of being everywhere helped her business and her peace of mind.
And finally, keep reminding yourself, the journey is the win. Every step forward is worth celebrating. You're building something real and you're doing it your way.
If you want support, inspiration, or a place to ask questions, join us in our Facebook group. We're all about real talk and honest growth.
Let's wrap up with some action. We've busted a lot of myths today, but the real change happens when you try something different. So here's your challenge. Pick one myth you've believed. Maybe it's thinking AI is only for techies, or that you need to be everywhere to succeed. Then try one truth bomb or principle we shared today instead.
Maybe that means experimenting with an AI tool for the first time, showing up more intentionally on just one platform, or starting a real conversation with someone in your audience. Take one small step that aligns with what actually works for real people.
And we want to hear from you. Share your favorite myth or the one you're leaving behind in our Facebook group. Limitless Leads, AI, and Business Growth Strategies. Tell us your aha moments from this episode or let us know what action you're taking this week.
We'll be sharing our own stories, answering your questions, and spotlighting some of your best breakthroughs in the group. This is your community for honest growth, smart strategy, and real support.
So, what's your next step? Come post in the group, tag us, and let's build real momentum together. That's it for this episode of AI and Authenticity. If you found these tips helpful and want more, be sure to join our free Facebook group, Limitless Leads, AI and Business Growth Strategies. It's where we share prompts, resources, and ongoing support so you never have to create content alone.
And if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a friend who could use some AI-powered inspiration in their business.
Thanks for listening and for being part of our community. We can't wait to see what you create with AI this week.
See you next time on AI and Authenticity.